Hello, welcome to a new episode from the Grapevine. I'm Tina, and I have my friends.
Hi, I'm Sarah.
Hi, I'm Ranza.
Hi, I'm Nardine.
Today, as we read from Psalm 34:13, keep your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking deceit. And that will actually take us to our spiritual topic today, which is about gossiping. Do we all like to gossip? Yes, we do. Sometimes we think it's fun. It's just, we like to do it to know how people think, what's in their head. And I read something about gossiping too. If you gossip, it makes your happy hormone like
shopping.
Happy, you get excited about it.
It makes you feel better.
Yes.
Like eating chocolate?
Yeah,
I love chocolate.
True.
What do you think of gossiping?
We all, just like she said, if you say you've never done it, I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. We're all guilty of it. Sometimes, sometimes I feel that, there's a fine line between is it gossip because you want to be in the loop, or is it gossip because you're having a bad day or a bad week and you want to get caught up in the drama, and the drama of somebody else is why we're caught up in the gossiping about others.
I agree.
Well, all of us are guilty of it. I mean, some people do it more, some people do it less, but all of us do it. It's just how you can keep yourself away from it, because at the end, all of us know it's sin, it's guilt. It makes you feel guilty, actually. Like when I do gossip, after that, I feel like, why did I do that? But sometimes when you're in that moment, you just cannot control it.
It's funny because, most people I know, we would finish our gossiping and then we're going to be like, okay, we have to stop because we don't want to talk about people. But that's like after 2 hours of gossiping. So it doesn't really count anymore. But I mean, my point is, like, what is considered gossiping? Like, is it just, did you see what she was wearing, or who did she talk to, or who did she fight with? Or like, if like I had a problem with someone or a fight with someone, I went to tell my best friend or my sister, is that considered gossiping too? Or is just considering, like I'm upset and I just went to like let it all out with someone that I feel close to?
For me, I think with a sister or a mom, it's just more talking because you're just sad and upset and you need someone to talk to. But no matter how close you are to a best friend or to a friend, at certain point, sometimes you can lose that friendship and everything would be out.
Yeah.
So I was like, I had one experience in my life and I said, that's it, I'm done. One is enough. One lesson is more than enough.
True.
Like family members, I don't say it's gossiping, even though maybe Abuna will tell us it's gossiping. But for me, I need to talk to someone. Or maybe my husband, because my husband will hear it all and say at the end, that's woman's. That's all you can say. Talk,
Mine too.
Talk, yeah. So at this point, I'll be fired up more. And he'll be like, why? I just listened to the whole thing. Why you're fired up?
Because you're not interactive.
Exactly. You want feedback.
And he's like, it's okay. Probably she didn't mean it. Probably she didn't know you're going to get upset.
Like, why do men think that way and we don't? Like, why is it always known that gossiping is for women?
We're very emotional.
Yeah.
And we focus about details, by the way. So we're like, if someone tells us like 2 words, we're like, what did he mean? What did she mean? What was that all about?
It.
But if it's for a man, maybe they didn't mean anything.
Or they won't even reconsider it. Whatever's said at that time is just what's said. So
that's true.
They
Plus,
don't
nowadays,
think it over.
It's getting worse in church. We gossip about priests.
Church, and then a lot of people take the gossip and post it back to a previous topic we discussed on social media.
Yeah.
And maybe at the time you felt worked up about whatever the situation was, and then you've mended things, but it's now on social media. You know what I mean? Like, I can't believe somebody would do this, that.
Oh, yeah.
And then since then mended things with this person.
I've seen friendships fall apart badly just because of that. Like a person, and also another thing is, like, let's say I'll talk to Ronza about Tina, and then by the time whatever I said to Ronza gets to Tina, there's a lot of adds up
Oh,
from
yes.
people, it gets way worse.
It's like the game Telephone. Do you guys remember that when we were kids?
Yes.
The
Yeah,
whisper game?
sure.
That's exactly, I agree with you. That's how
Yes.
gossip works.
It
Because
is.
it's
It's
their version of it.
Yeah.
And there's something I read a long time ago. I mean, it's not this isn't new information. As soon as something comes out of your mouth, the words, they're no longer yours. So you have to be careful what you say about who and
Yeah, that's right.
and whatnot.
That's really good.
And another thing about gossip, and back to it relating to being out there with the world that we live in, unfortunately, we live in a society now where most of the TV shows are reality shows, which can lead to gossip. Like, did you see what this episode had, or what she wore, and what this, and
What's your comment about that? What's your comment about what she said? Yeah.
and then
that's true.
rumor mills start, and gossip's bad. It's really bad, but we've all done it.
Yeah, but how about we gossip about the priests, the church?
Yeah, this is very
It's
common now.
very harmful, actually.
It's getting
Like,
more common.
we're not only doing a sin, we're judging a priest, and we're judging the church.
That's true.
It's very upsetting. I don't know, if you have a problem with a priest or a situation that you really need to be solved, you need to go talk to him. I think he's the best one. Why would you go around and talk about him?
Well, maybe because they can't face the priest. That's one thing. They are too shy to tell the priest, hey, you know what, you did this wrong, or we think this should be done this way. So instead of facing the priest, they come and say to them, to other people, and then the small story gets really big story, because now instead of one person listening to it, which is the priest, now it's like 20 people are talking about it.
Yes. And Abuna will.
And then Abuna will hear it, but we'll hear it way bigger than how it started.
Do you like to gossip?
It depends. I feel like sometimes, I hate to say it, sometimes gossip can be good. Just like when somebody's sick or something like that. It's not considered gossip, but it is in a way, just because the story always gets bigger. It's like, oh, he had surgery and he had this and he had that and he had that, when he actually, all he did was have a hangnail on his toe and just went to the hospital to check it out. So, but it's good because it makes you ask about those people. So yes, I do, in a way. But in a other way, no, I don't.
Well, I mean, who doesn't?
Have you ever gotten in trouble because of gossiping? Like, have you ever been in that situation that you gossiped with a friend or a best friend and you got in trouble because of that?
Oh, yes.
You did?
Oh, yes.
Do you want to tell me the experience of it?
Okay, so as a child and growing up, there's a lot of times where you, with your girlfriends, you start talking, and it's mostly what I've been seeing is just with girlfriends. You start talking about something small, and it just grows, and you say one word, like, "Oh, I'm going to Dallas," but you don't say when, and then all of a sudden it's like, "Oh, she's going to Dallas next week, and she's moving there, she's leaving us, she's going back home," and it's something like that. It's something as small that turns big. So yes, I have gotten in trouble, and yeah, and recently.
What would you do if someone gossips about you? How upset you gonna be?
Of course, my first impression, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to try to overcome it, but I cannot say that this will happen and it's not going to affect me. It will affect me, but I'm going to try as much as I can to forgive the person in front of me, but definitely I will. It's going to be hard. It's not easy. It's not an easy thing. About me, well, nothing. I just pray that it's in a good way, and that's it.
You don't stop talking to them, you don't go talk to them about it, nothing?
No, I mean, it's their problem, so if they have an issue with me, they can come and talk to me, but if I don't know, then there's no reason for me to talk to them about it.
I don't know, if I hear it from someone,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard.
Third party, probably.
Oh, I don't know. I just usually examine what's being said, and if it's true that it's something that I need to fix in myself, I just work on it. If not, then I just ignore it. There's really nothing much to do about it.
If you really care about that person, will you go and talk to them? Tell them why would you say something like that about me?
Yes, I would. I would go and I would say that. If it's like something big, I would go and say that.
Do you know why? Like, what's commonly in people to gossip? Why they gossip?
I think people are just interested in knowing what's going on in people's lives, so they just want to know, and they want something to talk about. So sometimes they just want to fill up their time, and they're eager to know what's going on in each other's lives. So that's why they gossip, and they just want to hear new news. So sometimes people don't know what to talk about. So that's why they just want to learn about other people's lives and talk about it versus just focusing on their own lives.
How about people that gossip about the priests of the church and the church?
I think that's crazy. It kind of sucks just because, especially if it's like my priest and you're gossiping to me or just gossiping about a priest, I feel like you're going to get struck down. I hate to say it, but you're probably going to get struck down if you gossip about a priest. But it's been done and you hear it all the time, and it sucks that happens just because it's such a holy person. It's not just anybody that can be a priest. So yeah, that's not cool. But and gossiping about churches, that's always happening. Just like this church did this church did that. Why aren't we doing that? Why aren't we doing this? Yusuf said we can't sell stuff in our church, but this church is selling stuff, and
That's true.
I feel like that's the big talk nowadays, just because everybody's trying to grow and needing to grow. So I feel like that's the biggest talk right now. So but yeah, it happens all the time, and that is not cool.
At my work and the organization I deal with, like outside our church, we always have some common saying that you suggested you do it. And what I mean by that, or what we do by this, that usually management, especially volunteer management, is very, very critical kind of a job. And being the priest, he has to be a father to all of us.
Yes.
He has to be equal to all of us. He has to listen to all of us. But it goes back to what the priesthood all about. He has to serve God. So I'm going to have different opinion on different plans or system or so forth. But my opinion, prayers, patience, and be positive. Again, I'm talking about my perspective as a servant. I'm his right hand, and all of us as servants, to help as much as we can. And by the way, we take the whole plan, what the priest has to do, or our diocese, and we make it go down and dilute it to the little ones, to the parents, to the other groups. And we let them understand that management is not very easy job. And we're related to what we do in our jobs during our daytime. So sometimes they relate to it and sometimes they don't. But my personal opinion with those 30 plus years here in the state, it has a lot to do with time and patience and less talk and more listening.
No, it's very bad, and the reason it is, it really breaks up the church, because more likely the gossiping, it's not going to create anything good. Nothing good is going to come out of that gossip, so it's going to create more problems, and it's going to have hard feelings between people, between the priest and the congregation, and so on and so forth. So it's not. It will never build something good. Nothing good will come out of gossiping. How to prevent it is just. His bishop Raphael actually was just talking about that. He said, ask the person, if they say something to you, ask them, have you seen it yourself, or if you've heard it from someone else? And if you've heard it from someone else, then it's a 50-50 chance. It might be correct, it might be wrong. I mean, it could be accurate, it could be inaccurate, we don't know. But if you've seen it yourself, and this person is an honest person, that if they see something, they're not going to lie about it, or change the story or add the little spice in it, then okay. But what's the benefit? I think we need to ask ourselves when we gossip, what is my actual what is my sole purpose of saying something about someone else? Is it because I want you to watch out from this person, or I just want to just talk about something that it's not important and just waste people's time, and really kind of it's like biting people's back when you gossip about them.
I feel like the Christian Egyptians here, their view at the priest is completely different from what we were raised at in Egypt, for example. Because in Egypt, like, we respect the priest. Whatever he says is what's gonna done. We can't go bad mouthing him or, you know, gossiping or saying bad stuff about him behind his back. Over here, I feel we treat the priest as if he's one of us or as if he's working for us. We don't respect him as we should, or we don't take his words as if, like, he knows what's best. Even if he's not as a good person, he's still, I mean, God planned for him to be a priest to for us to follow whatever he has for us. So I think that people here should put that into consideration and treat priests with a more respectful way.
Yeah, I was also going to add to your point also, we never know what the priest is also going through personally. You know, he may have just had somebody else a week before at their confession or their, you know, they talk after church about the same issue. And so maybe Abuna is trying to, you know, process how to fix from the previous person. And then now, my point is he may be getting it from every angle, but we wouldn't know because he's keeping the loyalty of the person that talked to him in confidentiality. Right. So that's another thing. You know, we have to keep in mind that a priest is not a robot. You know, they also have feelings and their families and their own personal things to deal with on top of keeping the church going smoothly. That's hard.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Sure.
Have you ever had a problem because of gossiping? Any of you guys?
Oh, yeah, tons.
Who hasn't?
Yeah. Anyone would like to share an example or a story?
I can give a broad one, but I can go after you guys if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Being told, there was somebody once, a colleague, so nobody from church, and everybody kept telling me, you know, warning me, don't get to know this person. They're super mean. They'll talk back behind your back. They're going to be nice to your face, but then they're going to go tell the manager, you know, like they're going to rat you out, meaning they're going to go tattletale on you. I went into this new job with the assumption, with the information, you know, okay, I'm not going to be nice to this person because they've already done all that's wrong to these people. Yeah. And I was wrong because this person was actually nice to me because I was trying to approach her in a super nice way. So it's not because I gossiped, but it was because everybody else gossiped and tried to put me into the loop that I had a bad image without giving this person a chance. So after this happened, I told myself that no matter what reputation somebody has, I'm personally going to try to give them the benefit of the doubt and give them a chance to be good to me before judging them off of what everybody said. So giving everybody a chance. Good story. Yeah. Actually. Try to be broad so nobody gets called out.
Tina, Ronza?
I don't. I really don't. I really don't. Of course I do gossip, but I don't put myself into that situation. If I'm not sure 100% of you, like I trust you that much when I tell you, Nado, please don't say to anybody. Yeah. I will never open my mouth. It's like, I'll stay away. Yeah. It's better for me to stay away.
But have anyone ever done a situation to you?
Yes. And it's okay. Just, I was very upset because we were a very good group of friends. And it happened, as everybody does, like, they gossip. Because one of the events, I didn't make it to the event I was invited to, and they start gossiping on me during the event.
You're at fault.
Yeah, right? I didn't know. I wish I knew. So one of the group came up to me after and told me all about it, and I was fired up. Wow. So I took my phone, I spoke to one of them, and that was the end.
Wow.
I was like, I cannot. Because if I'm not if I'm not presenting with you guys, why would you have to talk about me? I'm not that important,
right.
first of all. I'm not. And why do we have to do it to each other? Because I'm trying to avoid that, even with them when they speak or they're upset at each other. It's okay, she doesn't mean it, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Like, some peace so we don't have to get all together in a fight or something.
And
I
someday
don't
they're
reach
going to
that.
make up, so you don't want to
Yeah.
be the one that...
And at the end, I was the bad one. And they all got together again and they're friends, and that's fine. I don't care. It's like everybody's different.
Yeah.
How about you, Nod? I know you have something.
I have a lot. You pick.
But I think sometimes gossiping can lead to a good thing.
Do you have one where it turned out to be a really good lesson? At
Yeah.
the time, it may have been really stinky, but it worked for the better.
Actually, there's a lot, but I'm going to pick something back in high school because I don't want to say anything recent. People would relate to it. When I was in high school, I was a bit different from everyone there. It was an American diploma school, and I was literally the only Christian. But that was never an issue. But their behaviors were completely different from mine. So one day, I was chit-chatting with my friend. She's my best friend. She still is. And then somehow someone overheard us. And then they started explaining it to everyone in school that Nardine says that this is not a good behavior school. She thinks that she's above everyone's standards. That's not what I said, though. And they said that whoever told them was my best friend. So in my head, I'm like, she's the only person I told. So it has to be true. Oh my gosh, it was a big issue because she swore to me and she's like, I can't. I would never say something like this, especially that it was so fabricated. Like, it wasn't even close to what I was actually telling her. And eventually, we got to the root of it, to the first person that it was actually told to. And then that person said, oh, this girl said it. We got her. And I was a bit of a bully back in high school. So I got it out of her. And but that was like after 2 or 3 weeks of me and my best friend fighting because I was like, I trusted you. How could you do this to me? But eventually the truth came out.
Nice. Okay, we'll go on a break and we'll be back shortly. Welcome back. We're approaching Thanksgiving. Who's ready?
I can't believe it. I feel like it was just New Year.
I know,
I
right?
know.
Time really flies. Really.
Yeah.
I need to put on put up the Christmas tree.
Already?
No, I need to work on it.
You do it this early?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
November?
Right after
Yes,
Halloween.
and I take it off after Epiphany.
I saw stuff on social media saying, okay, now that it's
Wait.
November 1, can I put
Swap.
up my Christmas?
Yeah.
And
52
start
days away?
singing Christmas songs.
She's already counting down.
52
Christmas.
days away.
Yeah.
But now we're talking about Thanksgiving.
Yes.
How's Thanksgiving so far? Anybody start
Preparing?
preparing the turkey? Oh, Black Fridays. We're coming to it. we're not reaching that.
Preparing the food or the shopping or the
That's-
family.
That's the worst thing in Thanksgiving Day.
In your opinion, is what?
No, if you are in a family, it's like a family day, right? You're cooking, spending the day, relaxing, but all of a sudden people leaves everything, 4 o'clock, going out shopping.
Shopping for the girls, football for the guys. At least in Texas, that's what they.
That's
Either way,
where's
everybody's, like,
Thanksgiving?
separates.
You know,
Where's Thanksgiving?
When I first moved here 6 or 7 years ago, the shopping started after Thanksgiving at night, like at 12. So that's fine. I mean, we have the energy to go shopping all night. But now it starts from Thanksgiving Day, so it's like they're cutting out the family time. I'm sorry, but it is, because I'm going to go shopping.
Customers like you, they open at 6 o'clock at that evening.
I want to tell you,
Yeah,
people
you're
are
right.
camping a
They
night
do.
before Thanksgiving.
And another thing, don't mean to keep relating to these memes, but another thing that said it's funny how people behave the night after.
Oh,
when they just
I don't
talked
go to
about
stores.
How thankful
I
they
start
were.
my
Yes.
No, when you
online
said
shopping.
shopping. No. Talking about Black
I
Friday.
actually, last year, I really didn't go shop. I had all my family over my house, and then we all had to leave at 10 o'clock which is the day was over.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm just going electronic shopping. That's it.
That was the biggest mistake.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, really?
I just went to one store, picked all my stuff because I was changing all my appliances.
Yeah.
And
Very nice.
I said, I want to go back home.
This is a
That's
success.
it.
And it wasn't hard?
I was very. I cooked,
wasn't
I
like,
cleaned,
oh, wow.
I did everything before I left the house.
What a good mom.
I know.
Wife and sister and everybody.
Sarah, thank you, Sarah.
I think we were waiting for you to tell us how disastrous.
I know. I was waiting for the.
No, it wasn't.
In and out.
No, my family, they were helping so much. It was so much fun. I love my family. Very thankful for
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is
I
a
love
fun
them
time.
too. I love her family too.
So we were very thankful. We did cook the turkey. We did more cooking. Who's cooking the turkey this year?
My mom. Straight out.
cook the turkey every year, and I invite the whole family.
That's so
it's like-
cute. Yes.
My Thanksgiving's a little different this year. I just got married, so now I'm celebrating it with my husband, so I don't think I have to worry about the turkey this year.
Your
Check it with
mother-in-law
next year.
probably.
Probably, yes. She cooks like it's Thanksgiving almost every day. So yeah, not this year, but
That's a good break for you, Sarah.
Yeah.
That's okay. Enjoy.
still adjusting. Yeah.
Enjoy. First year of marriage.
Yeah. Thank you.
I don't know. I love Thanksgiving and I love Christmas.
I like knowing that all the stores are closed until 6.
Right.
No, but like when you're driving on the way, when you're driving on the way there, it's just there's no car in any of the stores, and to me, it's not something you see every day.
No, of
I don't know.
course
I
not.
get
Yeah.
fascinated by simple things.
Over
but
here in Orlando, you will see people camping at night before
I see
Thanksgiving.
it all over. I used to see it
know.
all over our local news back in Dallas as well. They do that,
Really?
especially like Best Buy and Walmart and things. Like
Yes, yes, yes.
But you're missing a lot, really, because you're missing on family time. You're missing to enjoy with your family the feast and be happy and just socialize like all days. Nowadays, everything is like, you know what? Let's do it and do it fast and move on. The next step is shopping. We'll eat the turkey, we'll leave.
Yes.
I mean, you're missing a lot on the fun. Shopping, you can do shopping every day of the year, but like this day is like family day.
And
Now-
actually, not to mention the sales, they're like year by year. If you go before Thanksgiving by a few weeks, they're gonna have a better sale than what's there on Black
That's
Friday.
so
as they say,
true.
Black Friday pricing a week
Already.
before or
Yeah.
after, maybe so they can enjoy the.
Actually,
One
some
day
of
that
the
they get.
stores already started.
Yeah.
From today.
Their homework.
After the
Oh,
show, I will tell you.
After the show.
Thanks for letting me know.
What do you like to do in Thanksgiving?
A lot of the usual stuff, big meals with family, just good time to get together, and then sometimes Black Friday.
We're making turkey, smoked turkey.
Mm-hmm.
My husband actually does a good smoked turkey. And we're making some Egyptian food because we're going to have some Americans coming over. So it'll be nice to get exposed to our food. Yes, and then my children also are coming home for Thanksgiving.
Just with the family, dinner, and gather around.
Do you cook?
Sometimes.
Well, this year on Thanksgiving I'm working, but usually it's a family time, so we try to get together.
And
So
then
it
shopping?
depends. Oh, and then Black Friday shopping. I don't know. Usually I usually have to work though on Black Friday shopping, so I'm not a crazy shopper on Black Friday. I don't really enjoy it. It's crazy, but it's nice to just spend the night with the family and gather together and eat together and thank God for what we have in our lives.
So you leave the
That's good.
family and go shopping?
We'll try to do the family stuff in time and then go shopping late at night.
From when? Like late, like outlets and all of that stuff,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh, so you don't
Like after
camp?
midnight, no, I don't camp. There's nothing that I want too bad to camp.
No, I stay home. I stay home the whole day because I have a house full of people. So yes, I do stay home, and everyone helps with the cooking and the cleaning and stuff like that. It's actually a lot of fun.
No, we just stay with family all day.
That's
Or
awesome.
we go to the park, but not really shopping.
That's awesome. How thankful are you every year to God?
Probably not as thankful as I should be on a daily basis. And sometimes it's difficult during the spirit of Thanksgiving. It seems more like a holiday and a time to eat rather than a time to remind yourself that you're thankful. But this year I'll try to focus on it more.
Great.
I thank God for a million things. I thank God for the family. I thank God for the friends. I thank God for all the blessings that we're blessed with. We take a lot of things for granted, but we are definitely blessed with so many things in our lives.
I'm very thankful when I just sit around and look at my family, each and every one of them. I'm just thankful to have them in my life.
What, as a family tradition, what do you do during the day, like when you're gathering?
Usually we have, family that comes together, and most people are off during that time. So family that's out of town might come in, my siblings and their families, and then usually other family members in the area and friends will sort of get together and decide who's, going to be the one that's going to be hosting. And we hang out during the daytime, have a good meal in the afternoon, and then plan to go shopping at night. So
All the fun.
yeah, all the fun.
All the
We try to get it all in.
I think we just remember everything that God did in our lives and how blessed we are. We really take a lot of stuff for granted, so we don't know what we have in our life until we stop and think about it. I think it's just by taking a few moments and thinking about what we have in our lives and what I have in my life to thank God about. Everything, even the little things that I take for granted most of the days. Just simply waking up every morning, where other people, when they wake up, they don't have what we have as far as seeing and, having all the senses and the ability to go to work and have food on our tables and things like that. So those are simple things that I just need to remind myself to thank God about.
How thankful we can be to God actually for Thanksgiving. Like, how do we really say thank you, God?
I think it's more than just Thanksgiving Day. It should be every day.
That's
You
true.
know, not just the food on our plate or the family that we're gathering around, but yes, there's Thanksgiving one day a year, but I wish, like y'all were saying, that people can be thankful
Every
more
day.
than just, and to savor the family time. The electronics can wait, but that's my opinion.
That's true, 100%. But I have one of my friends, I would like to share her story. She does amazing job every year. She cooks like a week before. She takes all that amount of cooking that she does, and I don't want to tell you how much she does. And she takes it all over the shelters for Thanksgiving.
Oh, wow.
Great.
And yes, when I
chills. That was so sweet.
yes, and when she actually told me that, by mistake, by the way, she didn't mean to, because we were trying to do stuff together, and I was like, whoa, we always think about what we're gonna eat. We need to change in the food because we get bored, and we need to go shopping, and you're doing all of this, and it's such a blessing.
It is.
It is.
It is.
And people do a lot without even talking about it or mentioning or.
Because they don't, if you're doing such action, you don't really care for people to know.
She's like, this is how I really thank God. This is how I say thank you.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a
I
really
wish we
good
can
story.
all, me, the first one, learn from her.
That's very touchy, especially that she wasn't trying to put it out there to
No.
brag it accidentally. So
No.
she was really being humble.
And it's actually
is.
good. Like, if we do this and with our kids and they see us do it, they will grow up to learn how to do this.
is
It's actually a good idea.
No. Wow. You're right to instill it in your kids.
Yeah.
I'm taking notes. I don't have any kids yet, but I've learned from these great moms. Lots of
Yeah,
advice.
it's really good because I feel like the more time passes, the new generations, like their sense to humanity is decreasing.
That's true.
It's sad. It is. So it's nice to plant a seed like that one in them. It'll be really great.
To add to what you were saying, I really do agree that I don't feel like children are as thankful because they feel entitled.
Mm-hmm.
And Thanksgiving could be one big example to instill that habit in them of giving and giving to others. I feel like between Thanksgiving and Christmas could be a good starter of the season, giving instead of getting and receiving, because a lot of kids are just told about Santa and not about
Gifts
Jesus.
and-
Yeah, Thanksgiving, being thankful for the Lord. Christmas, His birth. You're right. Everything is becoming what's the word? What numb to the meaning
True.
behind
True.
the stuff. We
And
should
most of the
value.
people do the Thanksgiving shopping, the Black Friday shopping for Christmas gifts.
That's true.
But the stores are going to be open till Christmas, you know.
But
I
not
want
the
to know what
deals.
people did with their items that they trampled over each other last year. Where are those
People
TVs
dying.
now? And where are those, you know?
I got it was a good deal,
what?
right? Like she's asking
Yeah.
the question and I'm
Because they know they
answering.
got it 70% off. I mean, I've never participated in Black Friday except one time, and it was one of those like Charlotte Russe for everyone, one of those stores, and got some $5 watch that was probably originally $10. That made my day. But everybody's different, and I know I haven't had to buy for kids yet, so maybe we'll again discuss another future segment when I have kids of when I'm gonna, purchase their.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go watch our sports team, what they have to say for us, and we'll be back shortly.
Thank you guys from the studio. Today with me is a special guest, Carlos Hakim, Mina Hakim. We're going to start off with the basketball games from last night. We have a huge game that Carlos would like to talk to us about.
Yes, how about them Cavaliers, Mina Hakim? Last night, LeBron James, the best player in the NBA, scored almost a triple-double with 28 points, 9 rebounds, and 14 assists, just 1 rebound off. But they did get the win. I'm very happy for the Cavaliers.
Raptors almost had it. We also have tonight a huge game with the Warriors versus the Raptors. Steph Curry, one of the leading scorers from last year, and the best three-point shooter as of now.
I actually think, Mina Hakim, that team, the Warriors team this year, will be one of the biggest busts in NBA history with Kevin Durant. They lost a lot of their defensive players, and I think that they were going to pay for that at the end of the year.
We'll just have to wait and see, but as of now, they're doing pretty well. We also have the best team in the NBA.
The Los Angeles Clippers.
That's a
they don't
big
do well in the
surprise.
playoffs, but so far they're 10-1, and I have great hope for them this year. What about you, Mina?
Yeah, I think they're going to go pretty far, honestly. I think it just took some time for their team chemistry
mesh together?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Hopefully the Magic will get there too. The Orlando Magic.
One day.
Yes.
So we actually have on Saturday the English Premier League with Man U. As you can see, I'm representing it right here. We got Ibrahimovic as their leading attacker.
One of the best attackers in the game, actually.
Yes, I think they're going to take it against Arsenal. Arsenal does have a great attacker with Alexis Sanchez as one of the greatest players to ever play the game. But we'll see. I'm thinking Ibrahimovic and
my
Rooney.
favorite league. It's a very good league right there.
Yeah. And they got a couple other games with Liverpool, Man City playing as well. We'll just have to wait and see who comes out with the victory on this Saturday.
Will Barca be playing this Saturday as well?
No, they will not be playing this Saturday.
I love seeing Lionel Messi play.
Yeah, and
Definitely one of the
Real
most exciting
Madrid. You can't
players
forget
out
about
there.
Real Madrid too with
Yes.
Ronaldo.
And James Rodriguez, but he changed teams. But
Yeah, so
okay.
that's all we have today for the soccer and basketball games going on this week and yesterday. Thank you very much, and back to the studio.
It was great talking to you guys. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you for watching us. Have a great night and see you next episode.
Bye.